My name is Vision. I'm from Philly. I'm from North Philly. I love Philly so much. I'm able to have my hands in different pots. I'm the artistic director and co-coach of the Philadelphia Youth Poetry Movement. I am the co-executive director of Spoken Soul 215, and we put on a monthly event in Philly called The Harvest at World Cafe Live. I'm also a member of a tour called the Just Words Tour, a bunch of different Philadelphia artists who tour the world doing poetry, bringing Philly flavor around the world. When I first came onto the scene in Philly, there was like two pockets. It was like the spoken word poets, and it was like the page poets, and they never commingled. It was like a thing of respect. We never crossed the boundaries. It was like we never reached out across the lines. So you have pockets of poets who never met each other, open mics where other poets just didn't know about. I think APIARY is the bridge. APIARY is the core where everybody can come and be felt and be loved, and it makes us feel like we're all from one source. And that's how it should feel. We're all poets, no matter what the style is, we're all writers, no matter what the style is. Every time I'm at an APIARY event, I hear an artist who is nothing like me, from look to height, from whatever it is, and I'm like, yo, you just inspired me. And I'm gonna go home and write differently, and I'm gonna take what you just did, and I'm gonna apply that to my writing. So to be able to have that's something that we've never had in Philly. And I've been on the scene since around 2000, 2001. It's never happened. Like, it's literally not, nobody even thought to take that on. It was such an intimidating thing to try to get, to cross culture, to cross ages. It didn't happen. It was like generational gaps. It was cultural gaps. It was racial gaps. It was gender gaps. So for APIARY, it was like, I didn't know that could be a thing. To me, at first, I was like, that's a little naive to think, wait a minute, you doing that? It really was like, wait a minute, that could be a thing? They made it look so easy. So that, to me, somebody that's been on the scene 14, almost 15 years now, like, hats off. I didn't think that can even be accomplished. So, amazing. I think that's the essence of APIARY in general. Like, be who you are. Whatever your flavor is, be there, and you're gonna be accepted. Whether you're a spoken word poet, whether you're somebody who's never written a quote-unquote spoken word poem before their life, is like their poems are 8 lines long, and that's their essence. That they're very, very, very brief poems. It doesn't matter. When you're at an APIARY event, like, yo, you're fam. You're from the Philadelphia community. You're a writer. You're dope. Doesn't matter which form that you write. Like, that's it. You're the fam. And I think documenting the legacy of Philadelphia is vital. Could you imagine if that was a thing in the late 90s when Jill Scott was in October Gallery and Black Ice and Ursula Rucker, they were running the open mic scene. Could you imagine, like, if we had that as an archive? Like, that would be amazing. So for that to be a thing, that's a time capsule. 20 years from now, when the current generation are doing other things in academia or somewhere else in life, like, to be able to look back on that and reference that is an amazing thing. You got to document this space and time. And its emotion. It's one thing to be like, all right, these are the facts. This is what happened over this time period. But now to be able to capture the emotion, like, that's the good stuff. To be able to say, like, yo, yes, Ferguson has happened, but this is how we felt during this time. Like, that's the good stuff. Everybody can read a timeline, but to be able to tap into somebody's emotion, to be able to feel what they felt during that time, 20 years from now, we're gonna be telling these stories about what's going on today in Ferguson or Gaza or Ukraine, and it's gonna just sound like facts. Like, it's gonna be like, yeah, I know Vision, I learned about this in history class. It's like, nah, let me tell you how we felt. Let me let you feel what I felt. That's the good stuff. Like, that's the beauty of what we do.